Siaran langsung ini dibawakan khas kepada anda oleh Akademi YouTuber Malaysia. Tumpukan perhatian anda. Siaran langsung akan bermula sebentar lagi. Link sijil akan diberikan di hujung siaran ini. Pastikan diisi dalam tempoh yang ditetapkan. Terima kasih.
Hi, Salam, Sejahtera, and good evening, everyone. Welcome to Pusat Tuisyen Academy YouTuber with joint venture of EDD Malaysia and Club Guru Malaysia. Bermula percuma, selamanya percuma. So I am Mr. Pei. Currently, I am teaching at College Tingkatan 6 Tun Fatimah Melaka. I am the on-duty teacher for this week. So this week we have a special guest, Mr. Raj. So before we start our lesson, so I think that this the time for Mr. Raj to introduce yourself first. So Mr. Raj, please.
Okay, hi semua. So saya percaya SPM tak lama lagi. So all the best to you and make sure you use today's lesson, okay, to the best optimum level. Okay, all the best to you guys. I serahkan balik kepada Mr. Pei.
Okay, so Mr. Raj is actually come from the college matriculation of PERA, right? Okay, so so you can just look at the screen here. Okay, so this will be the 2 classes of physics prepared by our Panitia Fizik AYU Malaysia. So you can see from the screen, the Fizik Form 4 is conducted yesterday by teachers Linda Nordin. So the slot is every Friday 9:30 p.m. If you miss out the class, you can just visit the channel of teachers Linda for the lesson. Okay, so today will be the class for Form 5 Physics, and this will be our 3rd series of revision. And today we are going to our discussion of paper 3 for physics, where will be conducted next Monday. Okay, so without further ado, here will be the instrument SPM Physics. So they will be have paper 1, paper 2, and paper 3. So I think that the paper 1 and paper 2 I already discussed previously at 2 revision series before that. Okay, so today we are going to focus on the paper 3. So here will be the Ujian Amali. So here will be only 1 item. The total marks here will be about 15 marks. And the duration for this test will be about 45 minutes. Okay, so one more thing I want to remind you that, so the link e-schedule for today will be shared at the end of the lesson today. So you may actually fill out the form with any email you are available. Okay, so let us continue. Okay, so here you need to understand the type of the question. So where we can classify the question to 2 types. So here this will be the tugasan amali berbantu. So what is the tugasan amali berbantu? So for this type of question, the procedure and diagram is actually provided. So the candidate is just need to follow the procedure. So this will be considered a straightforward question now. Okay, so if you still not understand about the tugasan amali berbantu, so you can just referring to my video with the link I show here. Okay, so another type of question here, there will be the non-guided practical assignment. Okay, so we know as a tugasan amali berbantu. And in this type of question, the procedure and diagram will be not provided. So the situation will provided. So later on, I will show you the example for this type of question. So where you need to create your or plan your own procedure. So where the MV and RV, manipulated variable and responding variable, you need to find from the situation. Okay, so here in the line here we have Jekun Hasita. Okay, so Jekun Hasita, thank you for support me here. And then we have also Jimmy. Jimmy, thank you for always support me here. Okay, so hope you can follow me until the end of the lesson. Okay, so let us continue to our lesson here. Okay, so here another link where you can refer to the example of question related to tugasan amali tidak membantu. Okay, then after you understand the type of question you're going to see in your paper 3, where there will be the tugasan amali berbantu and tugasan amali tidak berbantu. Okay, and then here there will be the type of experiment you'll be see in your question. Okay, so we can actually classify to 2 different types. Okay, so the first type here we know as a hypothesis experiment. Okay, so the hypothesis experiment here normally will involve 5 manipulated variable and responding variable. Okay, so here we have the example of the experiment where you actually did to your school teacher already. So the first day will be to study the relationship between the length and the resistance of wire. Okay, so this will be the compulsory experiment for Form 5 syllabus, which is the experiment 3.2. Okay, and then another example where is the example for hypothesis experiment. Here there will be to study the relationship between the incident angle and the refracted angle. So this is also one of the compulsory experiment for the Form 4 syllabus. Okay, and here you can see another highlight here. There will be normally the graph, plotting the graph is needed for this side of the experiment. Okay, so again, you can referring to the link I show you here for the hypothesis experiment. Okay, and the question I'm going to discuss today, they will be also related to hypothesis experiment. Okay, so here, another type will be the non-hypothesis experiment. So here, mostly, there will be no involve any manipulated variable or responding, because here they need to determine the specific parameter. For example, here we have the specific heat of fusion of ice. So where the experiment you can find at the Form 4 syllabus experiment 4.1. Okay, and then the second example for the non-hypothesis experiment here, they will be to determine the value of gravitational acceleration. So you see all of these will be have a specific value. For example, the G with the value of 9.81 meter per second square. So you need to determine through the experiment. Okay, and then another example for non-hypothesis experiment here, there will be to determine the critical angle of the glass block. Okay, so here this will be one of the experiment in Form 4. So again here, you can refer to link I show you here for the non-hypothesis experiment example. Okay, so the next here, there will be the analysis of the past question of paper 3. Okay, so here I just want to show you that from 2021 to 2023, so there are about four type experiment already go through. Okay, so here, so for 2021, okay, so the type of question asked is related to amali berbantu. So that means the procedure and the diagram is provided. Okay, and then the type of experiment here is referring to non-hypothesis experiment. So the student, the candidate need to determine the EMF and the internal resistance. For reference, you may refer to the experiment 3.3. So the student need to plot a graph and find the gradients and also the y-intercept. Okay, and then for the 2021 repeat, because that year we have MCO. Okay, so we have 2 times for our SPM. Okay, so here again for 2021 repeat. Okay, so the type of the question here also amali berbantu. Okay, and the experiment is actually hypothesis, is related to the Form 5 Chapter 2 syllabus, factor affecting the liquid pressure. Okay, so this will be the past question where already go through. Okay, and then the next year will be 2022. Okay, so the 2022, the type of question here, there will be amali tidak berbantu. Okay, so the question here that means that the student need to plan the procedure and diagram based on the situation given and also the apparatus given or provided. Okay, and then the type of experiment here, there will be actually the hypothesis again. Okay, so the student need to find MV and RV for the experiment and plotting the graph, as I mentioned to you just now, right? Okay, and then the last year is a question also related to amali berbantu. Okay, so the procedure and the diagram is provided, and then is hypothesis type of experiment. So it's related to chapter electric. Okay, so chapter electric where the question related to ohmic and non-ohmic conductor here. Okay, so here discussion for question today, they will be related to tugasan amali tidak membantu, because I think that this type of question is harder compared to the amali berbantu. Okay, so here I will try to let you know how to write the correct procedure. So where normally students will be feel very hard to do the procedure. Okay, and then the type of experiment here definitely will be hypothesis. Since you can see most of the year the experiment tested will be actually hypothesis. Okay, and then the topic I choose here will be Archimedes principle. Okay, so Archimedes principle, there will be the subtopic of Form 2, that is Form 5 syllabus chapter 2, okay, 2.5. Okay, so the two questions I selected today, they will be from the activity 2.9 and also experiment 2.3. Okay, then the next year, I also do some analysis of the past year question here. So you can see here the 2021, the 2 marks question. So as I mentioned just now, the total marks for the paper 3, there will be 15. Okay, so here for 2021, the 2 marks is asked about the initial reading. Then first reading, for 1 mark, verbal here 2 marks. There will be manipulated variable, responding and controller normally. Okay, and then tabulation 2 marks, plotting the graph 3 marks, gradients of the graph 2 marks, y-intercept. Okay, just like I mentioned to you. So where the y-intercept for experiment 3.3, they will be define the value of EMF when shown by the y-intercept of the graph. Okay, and then 2 marks question for KBAT question. Okay, then how about 2021 repeat? Okay, so here the question rated, there will be verbal 3 marks. Okay, so 2 and 3. So here that means it can be 3 verbal for 2021. Okay, then hypothesis 1 mark, tabulation 3 marks, plotting the graph 3 marks. Then we have the question related to relationship between axis y and x. And then the KBAT question also 3 marks, and 1 question related to knowledge question. Okay, so here will be related to 2021 repeat. Okay, then the 2023, the procedure is asked because 2022, there will be the question related to tugasan amali tidak membantu. So the student need to write the procedure their own situation given by question together with the apparatus and material provided. Okay, then 3 marks for diagram, observation 1, tabulation. You can see tabulation, they will be very important, right? So seen here showing that start from 2021, so there will be never miss for this type of question. And then again, plotting the graph. Okay, so later I'll show you how you can get the full marks for this type of question. And then gradients of the graph. Last, again, there will be also 2 marks for KBAT question. Okay, then the next year, there will be 2023. So the question related here will be hypothesis, 2 marks. Okay, then observation, 1 mark. tabulation, again, you see 2 marks on. So that means that tabulation seems like is a popular question. So it's never missed on. Again, plotting the graph is 5 marks for year of 2023. Okay, so it's considered very, very high marks already, or 5 marks per total marks of 50. Okay, then gradients of the graph, relationship between the MV and RV are here. Again, there will be 2 marks question related to KBAT question. Okay, so this will be the analysis of the question where already go through these 3 years actually. Okay, so you can see some of the question is actually never asked until now, where will be related to inference, operational definition. So where the student every year, they like to ask how to write the operation definition. So but every year we prepare already, but never see this sort of question asked until now. Okay, later on I will show you again. So what is the question related to Archimedes principle? Okay, and then again the precaution. Okay, so now we go to our first question. So as mentioned just now, we have about 2 questions today. Okay, so the first here is a question related to our experiment 2.3. Okay, so you can just look at the experiment 2.3. So here, actually the textbook also tell you already and teach you already how to write the inference, line, hypothesis, M and others, right? Okay, so here we want to focus to the M to determine the relationship between the buoyant force and the weight of the liquid in place. Okay, so this is the M for the experiment 2.3. Okay, and then the question I want to discuss here is actually the real question for trial Malacca 2022. Okay, so the M for the experiment will be to determine the height of water level displaced when the object is immersed in water. Okay, so here the object here study for this question will be related to mass lah. Okay, related to mass, and this question is actually quite special. So although this question is considered hypothesis experiment, and normally we'll see the question will ask students to find MV and RV, but the question designed by Malacca Trial 2022 is actually do not have asked students find out any MV and RV. Okay, so the worksheet actually you can get through the link I sent earlier will be this. Okay, so students, you can actually prepare or print out the worksheet for today's discussion through the link I provided here. Okay, so that you understand what I'm talking about here. Okay, so here the height of water level displaced is related to actually the buoyant force. Okay. Okay, so the question here, 1 mark is related to initial reading. 2 marks, procedure. Diagram, 2 marks. Okay, you can see here, since the marks given for procedure and diagram, so definitely there will be the tugasan amali level 1, 2. Okay, just now I also mentioned to you already. So I will discuss 2 questions where related to tugasan amali level 1, 2. Okay, then 1 marks will be observation, 2 marks tabulation. Relationship between the MB and RV will be 1 mark. And then the understanding question, 2 marks. Knowledge question, 1 mark. KBAT question, 2 marks. And precaution will be 1 mark. Okay, so that means that you can learn how to write the precaution in this question actually. Okay, so let us go through the question together. Okay, so the question will be like this. So normally, first page for the question, there will be the checklist now. Okay, so the student will be spend about 5 minutes to check the apparatus, whether they are functioning well or not. Okay, and then the quantity or numbers of apparatus is stated, same with provided. Okay, so here the question will be like this. So first, given you 30 cm of ruler. Okay, so I say you check the ruler is present in functioning well, so you just tick lah. Then here the processing, we have 2 label, which is A and B. So the A you can see is actually smaller size lah. And then the B, it will be bigger size. So we can consider that the A plasticine is actually with smaller mass. And then B, there will be bigger mass. So if you check is present, so you just tick. And then again, the experiment is actually provided the cutted mineral bottle. So when filled with 250 ml water for both. Okay. And then they will be provided two rubber band. Okay, so this will be the apparatus. You have to check within the 5 minutes. And then after you check the apparatus, you can just go through the question, especially the M. Okay, so the question will not tell you where is the end of the experiment. Okay, so you can just read the sentence given here so that you understand the sentence for M, right, is to determine MV and RV. You can see here, this here actually already tell you the RV and MV for this experiment. Okay, so here, you are required to carry out an experiment to determine the height of water level displaced when the object is immersed in water. Okay, so here, two information actually you need to find out from the question. So there will be the MV, manipulated variable, together with the responding variable. Okay, so here they will be very clear that the height of water level displaced will be going to measure. So this will be referring to RV lah. Okay, and then the object is immersed in water. Just now, I already discussed with you. So where we have two different size of plasticine. So here, the object immersed related to the size or mass. Okay, so the mass will be more accurate actually for this question. So that means here the MV will be the height of water level displaced, and then the mass of the object immersed in water, they will be the MV already. Okay. Okay. So here you can see the total marks provided is 3 marks. So where is the mark? We need to understand the distribution. So here you see, plan this experiment using the apparatus and material provided. Your procedure should include method to handle variable. So the variable here referring to MV and RV lah. So you have to give clearly your MV and RV in the procedure. So where here will be 2 marks actually, because another mark will be give for answer or precaution step. Okay, so this is what you need to understand the distribution mark so that you can get full marks for this question. Okay, so as per mentioned, 2 marks will be related to MV and RV. You have to give in your procedure. And then 1 mark will be for the precaution. Okay, so just now we also discussed already. So the MV here is the different size or mass of the plasticine provided by the question just now I show you. Okay, and then next will be the RV. The RV here is height of water level displaced, where actually showing the water level or volume of water displaced. However, if you notice that the material provided or apparatus provided here, there will be just a bottle together with the ruler. Okay, so it's quite hard to get the volume displaced. But actually, if I say the way how we get the volume displaced by using the ruler and bottle, you can just referring to my one of the video, okay, in my channel. Okay, and then the video is actually you can get from the description I just prepared just now. Okay, and then here. Okay, so as mentioned, this is a material where listed in checklist already. So bottle A filled out with 250 ml water. Plasticine A, which is smaller size. Okay, then B will be also with same volume water. Okay, so we expected both height initially A and B will be the same. Okay, since the volume and the size is the same. Okay, so here, the different or MV here, definitely there will be the processing size. Okay, so you have to immerse the processing into the water. So you can see the HO. The HO is referring to the initial height of the water before the processing is immersed into the water. Okay, then after the processing immersed in water, definitely the water level will rise. So where showing by HA lah. Okay, so the height of the water level can be measured by ruler. So where showing by this picture. And then the different height also able to calculate by minus HA minus HO here. Okay. Okay, so here this will be the answering technique for procedure actually. So normally, including the diagram, the marks will be 4 actually. Okay, so here you can see the marks distribution for method, only 2 marks. Okay, so here the first step normally will ask students to draw the diagram and label. Okay, but here actually if you print out the question, the worksheet, you will notice that the question number 2 actually asks students to label the diagram. Okay, and then the second mark and third mark normally will be give for your first MV and RV. Okay, but here, because the MV and RV, we only have 2, right? For bigger size of processing and smaller size of processing. Okay, so that means that this will be the first mark already. Okay, and then, okay, as mentioned, the MV here, there will be the mass of an object. So where started with processing A, which has a smaller mass. Okay, and then the RV, it will be height of the water displaced, where we measure as H0 and HA here. Okay, and then you repeat again. Okay, so here I mentioned repeat your MV and RV at least 4 times. Okay, because we have 4 data need to get normally. Okay, however, in this question, we only have 1. There will be bigger processing. Okay, so that means they are very clear that the 2 marks will be given for your first MV and RV. Second mark will be repeated for your MV and RV with bigger size of the processing. Okay, so here I will show you the answer. Okay, so here, first mark as mentioned, they will be give for your first MV and RV lah. So where you need to state the processing A. Okay, so put or immerse into the water so that you can measure your high water displaced. So this will be first mark. And then here, if you write the sentence for procedure, you have to follow the rule here. So must start with physical quantity. So for example, volume, right? Then volume of water is measured, verbs will be the measure, then by the ruler in this experiment. Okay, so this will be the way how you write. And then students like to ask also, so teachers, the sentence have to in passive or active. So actually, you need to write in passive sentence. However, until now, actually, the student give active sentence also accepted. Okay, so here, this will be the first sentence. The height of the water level in bottle set A is marked with rubber band. Okay, so you notice that the 2 rubber bands provided is actually, you can use it to indicate the water level, actually. Okay, then you can measure the height without any processing initially for set A and B, actually, both also the same. And then the second, you have to measure the initial reading of the water level. Okay, so just like I mentioned to you, the procedure here, you can follow the format physical quantity. So here we want to measure the water level. This will be the physical quantity means. Okay, then the measure here, this will be the verbs. And then ruler, this will be the apparatus going to use lah. Okay, you can see here the sentence I make here will be is measure, so which is in passive form lah. Okay, so this will be the second sentence regarding the control variable actually here. Okay, and then here the first mark given, okay, will be this. Plasticine air is put into the bottle set A. Will be this first. Okay, then the water level displaced is measured by using ruler. Will be like this. So initial will be maybe here lah. After you put your plasticine into water, okay, so the water level rise, you measure, or you adjust your rubber band. Initially, you see it's at this level. So when you put plasticine, water level definitely will be increases, right? So you have to adjust your rubber band to here. Then using a ruler to see or to measure the height. Okay, so this will be the first mark where I show you here. Okay, then the second mark, they will be repeat the MPLV with the plasticine B, where have a bigger size lah, bigger size or mass. Okay, so here, the sentence will be just step 1 to 2, step 1 to 3, 1. Okay, 1 actually is up for 1 because we have separate set of A and B. Okay, so step 1 to 3 are repeated, okay, by using set B. Okay, so this will be 2 marks for this question actually. Okay, and then here will be the highlighted parts where how you write the sentence for procedure. Okay. Okay, so the next, it will be precaution. Okay, if you remember, just now the question 3 marks. First mark, it will be procedure. 2 marks will be for procedure. Another marks, they will be for precaution. Okay, so how we give the answer for precaution? You have to using this method. Okay, so method plus reason. Okay, so what it means by the method plus reason? Okay, so here, first, you can give this type of answer when you want to get the reading from ruler, measuring cylinder, and others. Now, also your eyes must be perpendicular to the scale ruler to avoid Parex error. Okay, so you can see the method here will be eyes must be perpendicular to scale of ruler. Here is actually the method. So why you want to do this? To avoid Parex error will be the reason. Okay, so this will be the reason. Okay, and then here, another example question. So here actually 1 marks, we just need to give one answer. So here I just show you another answer. So where here, the answer will be put the object slowly into the water. So this will be the method. Okay, so to avoid splashing of water, this will be the reason. Okay, so understand, right? So how we give the answer for procedure. Okay, so we go for the next question here, B. Okay, so here 2 marks question for label. For this question, normally there will be only 1 mark. So just I mentioned to you, right? Okay, so diagram together with procedure normally will be 4 marks. So for this question, diagram 2 marks, procedure is 2 marks actually. Okay, so draw the complete diagram to show the arrangement of apparatus to conduct the experiment. Actually, just now I already show you the picture. Okay, so here for your picture, for our diagram here, you must remember to label and give the symbol. This is what actually you need to highlight. You need to take importance for your diagram. Take note for your diagram here. So here, before we put any plasticine, okay, so this will be the arrangement. So you can see here, the 250 ml water is prepared, right? So you have to place your rubber band. Okay, so where will be at the same level of water. Then measure the initial height when shown by H note just now. Okay. Okay, then after that, we have two different experiments. Okay, so the set A will be placed with the plasticine A, which is smaller. Okay, so again, the water level definitely will be increased. You see here. So again, you have to adjust your rubber band, okay, so that you will get the new reading for your height or water level displaced here. Okay, and then another set B will be placed with the bigger size of the plasticine. So you can see the water level increase is higher, or we can mention that the water displaced is more as the mass of the object increase here. Okay, so here the distribution mark will be drawing 1 mark and then label with 1 mark. Okay, so we go for the next question. Okay, so here question C already. Okay, so carry out the experiment plan in 1A. Okay, so based on the experiment conducted, state your observation on the height of water level displaced when an object is immersed in water. Okay, so here ask you to observe. So again, this is the initial. And then here will be after we put the plasticine into the water. Okay, so what actually you can see the difference between before and after. Okay, okay, so here we have one question from students LJW, right? Okay, so do we need to draw all three to get full marks? What means by all three? Okay, you means the before and after, is it? Okay, so if actually follow the scheme from Malacca trial 2022, actually the scheme is not asked to draw the before actually. Okay, it's not asked to draw before. Just give the answer for after, where you need to draw the set A and B. Okay, so in my opinion, the before is also important. Since we have set the initial height for the procedure already. Okay, and then the after, I think that actually you draw one is enough, where you just label the plasticine only, no need to mention A and B, because your procedure will be explained already. Okay, so here, for my opinion, at least you need to draw before and then after, where you don't need to mention A and B, but here you just mention plasticine A. Okay, so that you can get full marks for me. Okay, I hope that LJW, I answer your question. Okay, so other students, you may also ask about the question you not sure in the chat room. Okay, so I will try my best to answer you here. Okay. Okay, so here, let's continue our question here. So here, the observation, I think is very clear that what you can see, students, you can also show me your answer in the chat room actually. Okay, so here, firstly, you can see the difference between before and after. For both set here, the water level is increases, right? So this is a very simple observation, okay, for this experiment actually. Okay, so here, the answer advice will be the height of water level displacement increase. So here, including for set A and B. Okay, then next question here, number 2. Compare the height of water level displaced by object A and B. Okay, so here, you just need to observe A and B. Okay, so the water level, the height of water level are very sure, right? So here the set B will be greater than set A, right? This is quite similar to the question where we see at paper 2, right? Question number 5, number 6, the conception question. So where it asks you to do the comparison, or where it asks you to do the comparison is asking by the trial of 2022 of Malacca. Okay, so the answer here, the high water level displaced by set B is greater. So you see the method where we try to answer here is actually the same method you learn at conception type of question in paper 2 already. Or you can mention by using label also. Okay, so here, the next question, explain your answer in C2. So why the height of water level displaced will be greater for set B? Okay, so here, just now I already tell you that this is because the mass of the plasticine is actually bigger lah. It's bigger. Okay, so here the answer will be the mass of plasticine set B is more than mass of plasticine set A. Okay, or you can just give the answer simple like this, where we're using symbol. Or we're using symbol greater than or smaller than or equal, where you learn at the paper 2 already. Okay, so the mass plasticine here will be set B greater than A. So you will get another marks already. Okay. Okay, then we go for D. Okay, so here again, just like I mentioned to you, normally for the hypothesis style experiment, the question will be ask students to determine phi and V and RV, and then do the tabulation, right? Later on, I will show you the one normal we see the question one. Okay, but here for the trial Malacca 2022, so the tabulation is actually prepared already. Okay, so here total marks will be 3 marks. Okay, so here if we follow the answering technique for tabulation where we go through before, right? Then your teacher also, I think, is taught you before already. So here there will be 4 items you need to take important here. So where the first will be the physical quantity. Okay, so the quantity physics here referring to the height of water level, final, or different in height of water level displaced. Okay, so here, that means that here you don't need to give already because it's already prepared from the question. Okay, and then here the next step will be the unit. You see, unit is also prepared already. Okay, so the unit is also prepared already. So where is in CN? So that means the first 2 items is not need to give already. Okay, and then the importance here, there will be the primary reading with decimal place based on the sensitivity plus consistency. Normally will be 2 marks here. Okay, so in this part, the sensitivity of the apparatus will be needed. Okay, so that means you have to give correct decimal place for the sensitivity of apparatus you use in the experiment. So here there will be ruler only lah. Okay, so you can see here before and after, just now I showed you already. So we just measure by using ruler. Okay, so we are very clear that we need to follow the sensitivity of ruler. Okay, so the sensitivity of ruler, you can see here we have ruler. 1 cm, we have 10 segments. So that means that the small division here will be 0.1. Right? 0.1. So you have to give at least 1 decimal place. No? Okay, at least 1 decimal place. Or here maximum you only can give 2 decimal places. So where if let's say the measurement is until at the middle of these 2 division. Okay, so where here will be 4.5. The next here there will be 4.6, right? Okay, so the 4.5 and 4.6. Okay, so here, if let's say you look at the dashed line, it's close to 4.6. Okay, so you can choose to give 4.6 only, or you can give 4.5 only. So that is not wrong because you give 1 decimal place. If let's say you want to give 2 decimal places here, so the second decimal places, there will be only 0 or 5. You cannot predict that, the line is close to 4.6, I give 4.68 lah. So they will be wrong already. Understand? Okay, so you have to give 4.555. or 4.50 or 4.60 for your reading here. So that means here for the second decimal place, there will be only 0.5 for ruler here. You follow my ruler here, sensitivity lah. Okay, so this will be the parts where you need to take note for get the sensitivity reading of apparatus lah. Okay, so here, the reading I get here will be about 6 cm lah. Or I measure and there will be about 6.0 cm. Okay, so I just give one decimal place lah. Okay, and then after that, we measure the water level height for set A and B. Okay, so I get 9.5. It's logic, you see, the water level is increased. One decimal place, yes. Jimmy, you can give one decimal place actually. Okay, it is follow the answer given here, but this is not wrong. If let's say you give 2, but it's only 0 or 5 lah. Okay, and then the B here, there will be 13.7. Okay, so this is what the reading I get lah. You can have your own reading. Okay, then the next here will be the difference in the height of the water level displaced. Okay, so the difference in height of water, we need to get by using formula where the final height minus the initial height. For example, here we have 9.5 minus 6.0. Okay, so when involving calculation for the related reading, so we know as the secondary reading. Okay, so this will be the one. Okay, so here, you need to give your secondary reading consistent. Okay, so just now we need to give consistent also. So you see, one decimal place referring to sensitivity. Then both reading, you also give same numbers of decimal place. So this consider consistent lah. Okay, and then here, the first reading here, there will be 9.5 minus 6, there will be 3.5. Okay, so here again, you have to give consistent. If you give one decimal place already, so you have to give next value with one decimal place also lah. So here there will be 7.3. So where are using 13.7 minus 6.0. Okay, so this will be the question related to tabulation in trial exam of Malacca 2022. Okay, so the next here, there will be E. Okay, so based on the table in data in table 1, okay, so state the comparison between the height of water level displaced by object set A and B. Okay, so again, here to referring to our data. Okay, so where you'll be get through also lah. Okay, so here we just refer to the height of water displaced because we want to compare A and B. There will be 3.5 and 7.3. So it's very clear that the set B is greater than A, right? So your answer, the height of water level displaced by set B here is more than the height of water level displaced by object in set A lah. Okay, so here, if measuring cylinder in ml, no. Okay, measuring cylinder, no decimal place, you can give. Okay, so this will be the discussion for our second question actually, related to measuring cylinder. Okay, so where the, again, you can give no decimal place or one decimal place with 0 or 5. Well, later I will discuss with you on Jimmy. So thank you for question. Okay, then the next here, just like I also mentioned to you, you can give your answer as simple as using a symbol. So here the height of water level displaced will be set B greater than set A. Okay, so this will be the answer reference for E. So you can get 1 mark. Okay, and then here, set the relationship between the mass and the height of water level displaced. Okay, so here is actually quite straightforward already. So you can see just now, if I say you're not sure that the question is related to mass or not, you see the question actually can tell you what is the MV here. You see the mass is come up at the question F here. So here actually tell you already, the MV here is very sure that there will be mass. Okay, so that means that you can actually go through all the questions first faster before you conduct the experiment. Okay, so that you actually can get more idea. If I say you do not have any idea to do the experiment. Okay. Okay, so here there will be increase of mass will be increase of the height of water level. So here, the higher the mass of the plasticine, the higher the water level displays. This is what the common question we go through the relationship. Even paper 2 also always can see this kind of question, right? Okay, so the next here, there will be the last 2 marks, last question for question 1. So that we take a break, then we go for the second question here. Okay, so suggest on how to make the object floats on water and state the principle involved. Okay, so here 2 marks. Okay, so here first advanced answer here. So 2 marks, actually the mark will be given for how you can make the object float. So here will be the plasticine. Okay, so you can actually molded the shape for the plasticine to become a shape like ship, or design the plasticine like a ship. Okay, so that it will be increase the volume, right? So increase the volume, then may increase the buoyant force, actually, because can increase the water displace, rho Vg lah. Okay, so here the next, so add salt to water will be another way. The question is open to these 2 answers, actually. It's not limited to 1 only. Then another mark, there will be Archimedes principle. If I say you give 2 methods to make the object float, 1 mark also, you will not get 2 marks, because the question here we have 2. One asks about the how to make the object float. Then another one, there will be the principle involved. Okay, so here will be 2 marks. Okay. Okay, so here, before we go for next question, okay, so we can take a 5 first, then come back with another question. Okay, so the next question here will be the relationship between the H depth of object immersed with the volume of water displace. Okay, so see you later. Okay, so welcome back everyone. Okay, so here we go for our second question. Okay, so here, just like I mentioned to you already, right? So the question number 1 is actually related to the experiment 2.3. Okay, then the experiment 2 here is actually related to the activity 2.9. So where to discuss, okay, you can look at the question, look at the experiment. Okay, so here to discuss the buoyant force on an object immersed in a liquid. Okay, so you can see here, the immersion here can change for the depth, and then the buoyant force will be referring to the water displace. Okay, can be referred to water displace. Okay, so the question I designed for question number 2, there will be to determine the volume of water displace when the object is immersed in water with different depth. Okay, so this will be the question number 2. So here, the MV and RV here, there will be the depth of object displaced in the water. There will be the, okay, so there will be the MV. Okay, and then the volume displaced, there will be the RV. Okay, so here, the question related for the question I designed here, there will be hypothesis, 1 marks, procedure, 3 marks, diagram, 1 marks. So that means just like I mentioned to you already. So when we have the procedure and diagram, they will be referring to the question where we know as amali tidak bantu. Okay, so here today, as mentioned, I will focus in question amali tidak bantu because you need to know how to run the procedure and plan the experiment. Okay, so here we have another 2 friends join my lesson here. So they will be the Senze, okay, Senze, welcome, and then LOL. Okay, so here, so you can invite more your friends to join my lesson actually. Okay, so where we can learn how to give the correct answer or accurate answer for paper 3, where you are going to see the test on next Monday. Okay, then here there will be the another tabulation, 3 marks, plotting the graph, 3 marks, gradients of the graph, 2 marks. KBAT question, 1 marks, and inference will be 1 marks. Okay, so here will be the 15 marks of question I designed for the question number 2. Okay, after that, actually, I also add on some of the question where is related to this question and may also including some of the question like operational definition. Okay, so some of the question where students always do know how to write. Okay, so I tell you the format. So the answering technique, how you give the answer of operational definition, where can be used for all type of experiment. Okay, inference also the same. Okay. Okay, so the question will be like this. Okay, so you are required to check the list of the apparatus and material. Okay, so read the question and plan the experiment in the first 5 minutes. Again, the instruction will be the same. Okay, so where 5 minutes is provided for you to check the apparatus, whether it's functioning well, and the numbers of apparatus is it correctly set. Okay, let's say the apparatus or material is 40 or unfunction, you can just price out a hand and get a new one from the assistant of teacher. Okay, so here the instrument we want to use here, there will be measuring cylinder, 50 ml, marker pen. Okay, so this I using marker pen, so where I can straight away get everywhere. Okay, so then for set will be this. Then the ruler, 15 cm. And then the water, 200 ml in beaker provided. Okay, so if you check already, everything is no problem with the correct quantity, you just stick. And then you can start again, go to your question. Okay, so here you need to find out what there will be MV and RV here. Okay, so diagram 1.1 shows a boy and his father sitting on 2 identical beach ball, A and B respectively. So it was found that the beach ball B seated by father was immersed with greater depth. So with the symbol H given already. So displays more volume of water. Okay, so here again, so normally the question about the tugasan amali tidak bantu. Okay, so they will be normally give a situation. Okay, give a situation, and then you need to find the MV and RV from the situation. Again, you can see very clear the statement number 2 actually tell you already the MV and RV here. Okay, so the MV, there will be the immersed with greater depth. So that means the object immersed depth, there will be the MV for this experiment. Okay, and then the RV, there will be the volume or water displaced, where you can measure by using the measuring cylinder. Okay, so this is the first step. Just now I go through with you with the question 1, right? So you must able to state the MV and RV for your experiment. Okay, before you start the experiment. Okay, so here there will be the question number 1. So based on the information and observation, state one suitable inference. Okay, so inference is the type of question where never asked until now. Okay, so here the answering technique for inference will be like this. So the RV depends on MV. Okay, so here, so why so RV and MV? Just now already able to get from the situation. Okay. Okay, so here the question is already give us MV where it will be the immersed water, depth, and the immersed water depth, and then another one there will be the volume of water displaced now. Okay, so you just follow what we discussed just now. Okay, so here volume of water displaced depends on the immersion depth of the object. Okay, so the volume of water displaced here, there will be the RV just now I mentioned to you. So we are going to measure by measuring cylinder. Okay, and then the emission depth of the object, there will be the depth where okay, so on the emission depth on an object, so be the MV here. Okay, so the suitable hypothesis you have to state for second question. So here the hypothesis method, there will be when MV increases or decreases, your RV will be increases or decreases. So here definitely the emission depth of the object increase, the volume of water displaced will be increased. Okay, so answer, when immersion depth of an object increases, so the volume of water displaced increases. Okay, so this will be the right answer for you. Okay, then here B. Okay, so question B, as mentioned just now, we will need to plan an experiment of our own. Okay, so with the use of the apparatus given, so plan an experiment to investigate the hypothesis stated in A2. Okay, so your description should include the arrangement of apparatus. Okay, so the procedure of the experiment should be started with volume, initial volume of V not equal to 30 ml. Okay, so here the procedure is already asked you to start the initial volume control variable here, where will be 30 ml. And then your procedure step here must be including the manipulated variable. So where just now I mentioned to you, there will be the emission depth of the object. So where we're using the marker pen now, right? For the apparatus provided in my checklist just now I show you. Okay, and then the measuring or responding variable. So this will be related to the volume of water displaced, where you can measure by using the measuring cylinder. So where just now Jimmy asked about how we can get the sensitivity of the measuring cylinder, right? Okay, so now I'm going to show you. Okay, so here the hypothesis just now will be when emission depth of the object increases. Okay, so the volume of water displaced increases. Okay, so here this will be what we want to actually prove, or we want to write the experiment or plan the experiment according to this hypothesis. Okay, so the answering technique just now I showed you one time already. Okay, so there will be normally 4 marks. So where here also 4 marks. The first mark given for the arrangement. Okay, so correct diagram we label. Okay, then the another 3 marks you need to give procedure, relate your MV, RV, and repeat again the MV, RV here. Okay, so here 2, 3 marks will be given for your first MV and RV. Okay, so here we want to immerse our marker pen, okay, into the water, right? So you must give how long you need to immerse for your first MV. Since here this is a Amali level 1, 2, you have to give your own. Okay, so where can be conducted by apparatus provided. Okay, so then another, there will be recording. I'll be definitely here, there will be the measuring cylinder reading. Okay, so here your MV will be the immersion depth of the marker pen. So where will be 1.0 cm for me. Okay, I start with 1.0 cm. Okay, and then the RV here, we have to measure the volume of water displaced. So where can be measured by measuring cylinder actually. Okay, and then the mark number 4 here will be repeating your MV and RV for at least 4 times. Okay, so here I advise 2.0 cm, 3, 4, and 5 because the measuring cylinder provided in my channel is only 50 ml. Okay, so if I say you want to immerse more, maybe it's more than 50 ml already. Okay, so you have to plan properly. So what is the depth of the marker pen you want to immerse in my chalice here. Okay. Okay, so the next here will be the answer. Okay, so actually the simulation for this experiment, I actually want to show you. However, the file is too big already. So I will add on the simulation for this experiment. The link will be sent, will be posted at the description later on. You can come back and watch again. So how to conduct the experiment I show you here, experiment 2. Okay, so the answer first, just now you must actually draw the correct diagram. Okay, so here, sometimes if I say you think your drawing is not so nice, however, if you label, the marker will be accepted. Okay. Okay, so here the first sentence normally will be started with the apparatus is set up as shown in the diagram 1.2. Here is 1.2. Okay, so you can see here I have a measuring cylinder. So I just label. Okay, measuring cylinder which is filled with 30 ml water. Okay, and then here, because the base for the marker pen is actually even, right, compared to the cover. So the bottom should be immersed in this case. Okay, and then the faucet here is just can help us to immerse the marker pen deep into the water actually. Okay, so this will be the first mark you will get. Okay, then second, okay, so the question also give you already the initial water started with V naught 30 ml. So the symbol is given by the question, you should follow. You cannot make your own new symbol. Okay, so here initial water V naught with 30 ml water is poured into the measuring cylinder. Okay, so this is actually a CB, controlling variable, when given by the question already. So no mark is given, but you have to give in the procedure. Okay, and then third and second mark will be your first MV and RV. So just now I give already, there will be immersion depth of the marker pen equal to 1.0 cm here. Okay, so here the marker pen is measured 1.0 cm from the base. Okay, from the base. Marker pen will be like this, right? So from here, you measure 1 cm. Okay, and then you must mark clearly with pencil, or you can using any others marker also. Okay, so that you can get the first 1 cm. Okay, and then after that, marker pen with cup facing up, it immersed with the emission depth H equal to 1.0 as a part mark will be here, 1 cm. Right? Okay, then you immerse with the line or the point you mark already. Okay, then next will be the volume of water displaced. Definitely when you immerse the marker into water, the water will be rise up, right? Because of buoyant force, because the weight of water displaced will be equal to buoyant force added to the marker pen, actually. Okay. Okay, so here the reading of water level in the measuring cylinder is recorded. Okay, so here you have to record your first V. Okay, so here there will be your third mark already. Okay, and then here there will be the fourth mark where repeat your others 4 MV and RV. Okay, so here, step 3 to 5 will be here. Repeated with the emission depth of 2.0 until 5.0. So that means second, you have to mark 2 cm. Measure with ruler. You mark, then you immerse, you measure your new reading of the level again. Okay, and then repeated 3, 4, and 5 lah. Okay, so the simulation I will send as a link later on. You can find back through the description. Okay, then the next here will be the tabulation. Okay, so the question asks you to find H, V, VI, and V. Okay, so here the H referring to emission depth, where stated in the question already. So the VI here actually is a water level where the marker pen immersed in water with certain depth. Okay, and then the V here, there will be the volume of water displaced where settled in the situation already. Okay, so here there will be VI minus V0. V0 will be 30 ml, where given by the question. Okay, so here, the ticks here, there will be first sensitivity of instrument. Okay, so just now, the ruler I discussed with you already. So where we can using 1 decimal place or 2 decimal place. The second decimal places must be follow 0 or 5 only. Okay, so just now I explained already why. Okay, if I say you miss out the class, you can just watch back again now. Okay, so now I have to answer the question asked by Jimmy. So Jimmy just now asked me about measuring cylinder in ml, no decimal place. Okay, it'll be like this, right? Okay, you can see here again, so here will be 10 segments. So the 1 segment represents 1 ml. Okay, so when we have the water at the between, so it will be able to give up to 1 decimal place already. Again, you see, first we can follow the comment from Jimmy, right? So because the measuring cylinder here for us, for I showing here, so there will be 1 segment represent 1 ml. So the decimal place is not needed. However, if I say you want to identify the volume in between the segment, actually can give 0 or 5 for the first decimal place. Okay, so this is what same idea with the meter rule. Okay, so here this will be the reading. Okay, so where I immerse into the water. Okay, so the reading here you see is actually between 37 and 38, and close to 37. Okay, so what's the reading I should give here? Okay, so you can give 37 or 38. Okay, 37 or 38 where we follow no decimal place or you can say at the middle. So you can actually give 37.5. Okay, 37.5, 37.0, 38.0. Other than 0 or 8, they will be not accepted. Okay. Okay, so here LOL asks another question. Okay, so we need to write 30 ml or 30.0 ml. In bio or chemistry, need to write 0.0. Okay, actually, all of these should be the same. So we need to follow a sensitivity. Okay, if I say you give, just like I mentioned to you, we can actually give we can give no decimal place or 1 decimal place for measuring cylinder, LL. So here, if I say you choose already 1 decimal place, you need to give consistency for a reading. Okay, I will show you at the tabulation. Okay, I show you the tabulation. So where actually I'm using 1 decimal place for this experiment. Okay, so here the tabulation I, H, and B. Okay, so the tabulation, the technique here. So you need to fulfill the 4 items just like I show you. Okay, so here, the first there will be quantitative physics. So you can using the symbol give already. Okay, then second, you have to give the unit. Okay, you have to give unit for all. So I circle CM, that means ML here also the same. Okay, so here this is what just now LL asked me about sensitivity and consistency. Okay, so here, just now I tell you already. So the first related will be meter rule. Okay, so here I use one decimal place, 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, because it's no point I using 1.00. Although actually accepted lah, if I say you follow the explanation I explained just now, because we can give 0 or 5, right? Okay, and then because this is the amali tidak berbantu. Okay, so all of these follow your reading. Okay, but if I say you want to put 1, they will be definitely wrong already, because the sensitivity for the ruler, here the smallest division, they will be 1 decimal place, 0.1. Okay, so that means here you must show 1 minimum decimal place for ruler. Okay. Okay, then measuring cylinder. Okay, so here actually I straight away use no decimal place, because my reading actually is quite nice lah. You seldom get in between. Okay, however, it's in between, as I mentioned to you, you can actually choose the value you want. I show you again, LL. Just now I show you the one where actually you see the reading is close to 37, far from 38. As mentioned, you can give 37.5, or you can straight away choose 37 or 38. Then you'll be no problem for your consistency already. LL, hope that I answer your question. Okay, so the chemistry and biology also the same. We follow the sensitivity lah. Okay, so here, okay, just now I show you here already. Okay, so my answer, my reading here, I choose no decimal place. Okay, so you must consistency give no any decimal place. If I say you give 32.5, let's say only for your first reading, others you get 34, 36, 38, you have to give 0.0 already. So this will be give you the consistency. You see here we have two tick, sensitivity and consistency. Understand? Okay, so here if you choose 1 decimal place, there will be only 5 or 0 for measuring cylinder. Impossible you get others value 0 or 5 besides of 0.5, 0 or 5 here. Okay, so or straight away you select 1 decimal place. Alright, no need to headache. Okay, and then the V here referring to the water volume of water displaced. So this considered as a secondary reading. Okay, so where you also need to give the consistency of the decimal place lah. So here can be up to 2, 3, and 4. Okay, but here very sure that if you give 2, 3, and 4, will be wrong already lah. Here I just want to let you know if for others experiments, for example, the incident angle to refracted angle, we using sine and cos, you will get 4 digits lah. Okay, so here you actually since you see your V is actually no decimal place, so for sure lah your V here is no. So you'll be using 32 minus 30 lah. You will get 2, 4, 6, and 10. Okay, so it will be 40 minus 30 lah. You will get 10. So this is so-called the secondary reading, and you need to give consistency reading. And here again, so here is just for reference lah. In this case, there will be no decimal place or 1 only. Okay. Okay, so here we go for the plotting the graph. Okay, so for plotting the graph, here you have 6 items need to fulfill. Okay, 6 items where actually total will be 70. Okay, so here this will be the graph where you need to plot. So on a piece of graph paper, plot a graph of V against H. V will be here against H. So V will be Y axis. H will be S axis lah. Okay. Okay, so here the first you must give symbol. Okay, so where here will be V, give by question already. Second, you have to give unit. Give also CN and ML here already. Okay. Okay, then the third item here, they will be referring to the correct scale. So you must including your minimum and maximum value. So minimum will be 1.0 and 2. Okay, maximum will be 5.0 and 10. So your skill must including the minimum and maximum value. Okay, so here must start with 0. Okay, so here actually some of teacher mentioned that you don't need to start with 0. It's also correct. But if I say possible, we better give started with 0, because if I say you're reading passing through origin, but it's not start with 0, actually you cannot consider the S and Y is directly proportional. Okay, if I say here you start with 220 as an example. So if I say your graph passing through this point, it's not considered direct proportional actually. So that's why, if possible, we still draw our graph with started with 0. And then the skill is possible also multiple 1, 2, 5, or 10. So they'll be more easier for you to draw. Okay, for you to draw. Okay, so my skill here, there will be 1 unit to 1 for both. Okay, then the fourth item here, there will be the size of the graph must be greater than 4 times 5. 4 will be here. 1 unit, 2, 3, 4. 5 unit will be here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means there'll be half of the graph line. Or you can give 5 unit here, 4 unit here. So again, it's almost half of the graph. Okay, so the bigger the size you draw, the more accurate the data you'll get. Actually. Okay, so here just now I mentioned why we are using multiple 1, 2, 5, or 10. Because you see or not, when I using 1 unit as 1, the smaller division I will get 1.0. If I say you're not using multiple 1, 2, or 5, maybe after divide, your the smaller space here can be 0.1 with longer decimal place. So they will be not accurate anymore. Okay, so this is what I advise here. Okay, then the next they will be plotting the graph already. Okay, so here start with 1.02. Okay, our x-axis will be h our y-axis will be v. So it will be 1.0 with 2. So this will be the first point. Okay, and then this will be the other point. So if you able to plot all the point correctly, you will get another 2 ticks for the item number 5. So where plot graph for every point correctly. And then the baseline will be the item number 6. Okay, so what is the baseline? Students also always ask about that. So the baseline here, you have two criteria you need to meet. So where the numbers of points differ above and below the line must be 0 or 1. So that means that for my reading here is very, very nice. So all the points on the line. So there will be no problem. If I say you have the graph, okay, so this is a straight line. So you get 2 points on the top, 2 points on the line, 1 point at bottom. Okay, so that means here on the top you have 2 points. At bottom the line you have 1 point. 2 minus 1 you get 1. So you still fulfill the requirement where this is a baseline. Okay, if I say you have 3 points on the top, 1 point at bottom, 3 minus 1, 2. This is not considered baseline already. Okay, and then the distance of the point to the line cannot be greater than 0.5. So this will be the baseline where you need to take note also. Okay, so that means the answering technique here very clear that the first you need to fulfill 7 ticks. The first tick there will be symbol. Second, there will be unit for both axes. Then uniform skill I show already. So what is the minimum skill? You need to including a minimum maximum value, then give proper skill where I advise here with 1, 2, and 5. Okay, and then size of the graph must be greater than 4 times 5 or half of the graph. The bigger the size you draw, the more accurate the reading you will get. Okay, and then 2 ticks for the plot. So if I say the 5 plot, you correctly plot, then you'll get 2 ticks. Then the last will be the best fit line. So where I show you, they have the 2 criteria here. Okay. Okay, so here we go for the next question. Okay, so the E1 here will be based on the graph at D, just what we draw. They will be here, will be here. So determine the cross-sectional area of the base of the marker pen. I use the unit of A, a symbol of A. Okay, so cross-sectional area of the marker pen, how to relate to the graph? Oh, so this one consider KBAT, right? Okay, so if you notice that the y-axis is actually the volume. Oh, you see the gradients. If I say we want to calculate gradients, normally it will be related to gradients. Gradient will be y over x. Our y is actually v. Our x is actually the h. So volume is equivalent to area, cross-sectional area times h, right? Okay, so here is a cylinder type shape. So you can actually using gradients to find. If I say this is not a cylinder shape of the object, you cannot using this method but here you can, because this is a cylinder. As long as like prism where they have the same cross-sectional area, you also can use this method to find the cross-sectional area for the object. Okay, so here I'm using this idea. Okay, so you cancel out the h, you'll get A. So that means that the graph of the gradients is actually tell you that this is a cross-sectional area for the base of the marker pen already, because we immerse by using the base here. Okay, so here we need to find out the gradients so that you know the cross-sectional area already. Okay, so here again the first mark you have to, here is 2 marks. Actually you have to show the triangle you use. The bigger the triangle you use, they will be more accurate. So that means you have to draw as big as possible. Okay, if I say you draw small like this, it's not accepted. Okay, you have to draw bigger. Okay, so here I'm using these 2 points. Okay, so I just substitute in this formula of gradients. There will be y1 minus y2 over s1 minus s2. Okay, so you'll get 2.0 cm squared. So give correct unit with, not say correct unit here. You have to give cm squared. You cannot give others because we using ml where you equivalent to 1 cm cube. Okay, so unit must be correct, and then your value here must be close to the teacher where do the experiment together with you during the test. Okay, and here this will be another KBAT question now. Okay, so the question will be like this. Predict the change in the gradients of the graph if the given marker pen is replaced with the pencil. So now we not immerse the marker pen, we change to pencil. So what is the changes for the gradients? So anyone can tell me who is in the line? Okay, so you can actually tell me the answer and tell me where are you come from in the chat room. Okay, so here the pencil normally, the cross-sectional area definitely is smaller than marker pen, right? So this one is just try to open your mind, okay, so that you can able to do any other type of KBAT question now. So just now I also tell you already, right? So every year there will be about 2 marks for KBAT question. So here we just santai and open our mind for more new things to come your mind, so that you can answer the paper 3 well on Monday. Okay, so here we are LOL. Okay, thank you for response. Cause smaller cross-sectional area. Yes, good. Oh, I just saw your answer. Okay, so answer from LOL is correct. The gradient becomes smaller because the cross-sectional area is smaller. Okay, so I hope that I successfully help you to get some idea today. Okay, so the answer is very clear. Okay, I clear this picture first. Okay, so as cross-sectional area of pencil is smaller, gradient decreases. Wow. So the answer and explanation from the LL is like quite similar to my answer here. Okay, so it's correct. Answer it decreases. Okay, if let's say the question asks you to predict a line, so you must draw any line. Okay, so where there will be lower than the actual one. Okay, so here I will give value. But for me, I think here we do know the actual value for pencil. Okay, so suppose we give the decreaser is better. Okay. Okay, but I think any value less than your answer E1 should be correct also. Okay. And also here, this will be the gradients. Okay, so here will be the 15 question where I discussed together with you already. Okay, so here we still have more about 4 questions, extra question also where related to the question number 2 here. Okay. Okay, so here we haven't finished A1. We still got not many 4 questions. So where is really actually important to you, such as operational definition, I haven't tell you all. Okay, so here stack the manipulator variable, responding variable, and constant variable. Okay, so here can come to 2 marks because the manipulator and responding variable is stated in the question already. Okay, so here where will be immersion depth of marker pen, or you can change to object actually. Another one, there will be volume of water displaced. So here emission depth of marker pen, or you can just give emission depth of an object is also accepted. Kedalaman rendaman pen marker can change to suatu object more general. Okay, then the responding variable here, there will be volume of water displaced. Okay, so this one very clear. Then constant cross-sectional area marker pen, density of liquid. Okay, so here you can also give initial value of water. Okay, so where actually you must give variable where is measurable. If you give type of liquid, type of marker pen, type of object, is not accepted actually. Okay. Okay, then the next here, they will be based on the graph at D. Okay, will be this graph, D will be this. Okay, so state the relationship between V and H. Okay, just now I mentioned to you, let's say you not start with 0, 0. So here the graph is actually passing through origin, right? So should be direct proportional. Okay, let's say you not start with 0, the answer will be, you cannot confidently give answer V and H is direct proportional already. Okay, so answer here very clear that it will be V direct proportional to H now. Okay, so and if I say your graph passing through y-intercept, is it correct? Yes, direct proportional. Okay, so sometimes students mention that they are not possible to get the value pass through origin. So is it possible? Is it correctly we start from intercept y? Okay, some of the case of the experiment is accepted actually. So you have to give y increases linearly with x. However, for this question, if let's say you not immerse any depth of the object into the water will be not able to displace because there will be no buoyant force added to the object. Okay, so this is impossible for this experiment. I mean, my question here, I design V against H, not passing through origin, must be. Title of the graph. Okay, so the title of the graph is actually not needed. If I say you worry, you can just write. Okay, however, it's not needed actually. So question from Jimmy. So thank you for your question. Okay, so again, we go to question 3. We will be left another 2 questions. Okay, so name the force that cause the water displacement when the marker pen immersed into water. Okay, so why the water can be displaced when we immerse our marker pen. Okay, so here reason just now actually I tell you already. Okay, so basically if I say we want to consider all the forces added to the marker pen when immersed in water, actually we have 2, weight and buoyant force. If I say you totally drop the marker pen into measuring cylinder, definitely it will be sink, right? So this is because the weight is greater than buoyant force. However, if I say you're holding the marker pen. Okay, and then you immerse into the water. So the buoyant force can be actually calculated through the volume of water displaced. So that means that the volume of water displaced actually indicate that the force added here, there will be buoyant force. How to write? Next question will be come here already. Okay, so here first we need to have a science term. Only we can ask about operational definition. So here the buoyant force will be the force added. Okay, so the question we're going to discuss here will be based on this experiment, state the operational definition of the force stated in E4. Actually E3, E31 will be this. Okay, so how we can relate buoyant force? Okay, so again, firstly, you need to know the method. So that you can answer any operational definition question. So firstly must be RV plus, okay, so here suppose when, BM Babila. Okay, so RV when method. Okay, so in this experiment, the RV here, there will be the volume of water displaced. Okay, so the method we use, there will be, we immerse our marker pen into the water. So that means that the buoyant force is a force, you have to mention. The buoyant force is a force that produce volume of displacement of water when the marker pen is immersed into the water. Okay, that will be the answer. Buoyant force is a force that produce volume of water displaced. Where will be our RV? When the marker pen is immersed into the water. This is our method. So if the question gives other method, you have to change. So always follow the highlighted answering technique for operation definition here. There will be RV plus when plus method. Okay, so LL, is it I answer the question already? Okay, so just on observation, you can discuss about the gradients because the gradient is not observable for your experiment. You need to calculate. Okay, so but here we have one question related to gradients. So predict the changes in gradients of the graph if the water in the measuring cylinder is changed with olive oil. Okay, so just now I saw one of you give the correct answer. Okay, so the gradients is actually will be not change or A1. Okay, because you see, just like I mentioned to you already, the cross-sectional area represent the gradients. Now the liquid is density change will be not affecting the gradients. I see here, cool. So here actually will be not changes because the gradients we measure the cross-sectional area. So the increases value will be showing the same. So the gradients here, they will be remain the same. Okay. Okay, so here answer will be no change. Okay, so thank you everyone. So stay together with me until now. Okay, so now I want to share to you the link schedule. Link schedule for today's lesson. Wait, okay, I saw my link schedule already. Okay, so that you can fill up the link schedule with any email you are available. Okay. Okay, so please click like and share my lesson today for your friends so that more of your friends are able to gain benefit from my lesson today. Okay, again, don't forget to follow our next Fizik classes for both Form 4 and Form 5. So the Form 4 class will be here on every Friday, 9:30 p.m. Okay, so now they are also, the group of Form 4 BM is actually also doing the revision for Form 4 syllabus. So you can actually attend their lesson so that you can get more information and preparing for your paper 2, paper 1 or so on. Okay, but it's in BM now. So for the English, there will be only here every Sunday. Every Sunday actually. So the next lesson they will be going to our revision SPM Skor A. So Skor A plus series number 4. So will be continued by Cikgu Hasita. Okay, so will be paper 2 and paper 1 now. Okay, so I hope that all of you still can continue support us. Okay, so we'll be more motivated to continue our free online tuition together with you all. Okay, so I think this will be all about the discussion today. Okay, so if you think that the discussion today is useful, so please share, like, and subscribe my channel. Okay. You can, if let's say you got any extra question you want to ask, actually you can ask me through the comment. Okay, I think all about the discussion today will be end here. Okay, so see you again next time. Okay, bye bye.